Wow.
Getting there. I can't believe this mess. All right, so yeah, today is gonna be an interesting little cast today. It's just the three of us, Miss K, the video gamer, and myself. So we're gonna go ahead and do introductions as we normally do, and we're gonna move on from there. So Miss K, go ahead and do your introductions.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss K, aka 219 Gary IND. Glad to be back. I'm sorry I missed the last one, but I did tune in and I did support like I always do. So yeah, let's get this cast started tonight.
All right, and Miss Nia, go ahead and shout yourself out. Introduce yourself.
What is up, everybody? It's your girl Nia, TheVideoGamHer. I'm so excited to be in another episode of the Set It Off Cast. We got some very interesting topics to talk about today, so let's go ahead and get into this.
All right. So the first thing on our list is just a little update on apparently Disney Infinity is getting canceled. So yeah, I'm just gonna read a little article here and we'll go from there. Disney has confirmed that they will be closing down Avalanche Software, the studio primarily responsible for Disney Infinity. Approximately 300 jobs will be cut. This message was also sent out as part of an internal memo explaining some of the reasoning behind the canceling of the product and the shutting down of the studio, and this is what they had to say. The team behind Disney Infinity created an incredible product. It was a critical success that inspired a deeply engaging community of players. But despite Disney Infinity's quality, it has become difficult to financially justify continued investment given the lack of growth in the toys-to-life market. Coupled with high development costs, the economics of our current vertical business model no longer added up. That's sad to say. 300 jobs lost. Unfortunately, that's sad for those folks involved. I thought Disney Infinity would stick around for a little bit longer, but I guess Toys to Life is kind of dying down at this point. Is it Skylanders still on top?
I think so.
Skylanders is just killing everything.
I guess they still on top.
They're stomping on everything.
I know. Nintendo tried to jump in there, but they did it wrong. You're doing it wrong, but so I just thought I'd throw that little bit of information out there. Unfortunately, folks are losing jobs, but I hope they manage to find their footing elsewhere, and unfortunately, Disney is dropping out. So, yeah, that's sad news. So, we're going to go ahead and skip on over to some Call of Duty informations here, because apparently Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer hits 1 million dislikes on YouTube. Why do we care? I have no fucking clue. That's how I feel about it. But I'm going to go ahead and read this article and we'll just kind of powwow there. So Call of Duty fans don't appear to be happy with the creative direction of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, as its reveal trailer has received over 1 million dislikes on YouTube. Released only a week ago on May 2nd, the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer is currently the 7th most disliked video on YouTube and still climbing. In comparison, the reveals of the two previous Call of Duty titles, Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, have only received 51,000 and 80,000 dislikes to date, respectively. Things then went from bad to worse for Activision when EA announced what they had planned for the next Battlefield. Battlefield 1 has received an overwhelmingly positive response of 1 million likes on YouTube, and even causing the hashtag RipCOD to trend on Twitter. So R.I.P. COD.
R.I.P.
That is sad. Ultimately, the opposing reception of Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1 boiled down to the creative directions of both franchises. Call of Duty fans appear to be fed up with the modern futuristic route and want the series to return to its World War roots, which is what DICE have chosen to do with Battlefield 1. So there's a little bit more here, and I don't want to read all that because I basically have Activision's response to that. But on top of the whole Call of Duty dislikes and all that stuff, apparently there was a little bit of controversy dealing with, what was it, Nia? I guess there is go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. With the fact that not only do people, obviously, they're being very vocal about the fact that they don't want Infinite Warfare, but to add insult to injury, Call of Duty 4, the most beloved entry in the series, is going to be remastered, which is what everybody wants. but you can't buy it standalone. You have to buy Infinite Warfare, the Legacy Edition, in order to get Call of Duty 4 remastered. So
yeah,
people are pretty perturbed about that. To those of you guys who don't know kind of the gist of this, the Legacy Edition of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is going to include Call of Duty 4 remastered, and it's going to feature also in the campaign in Call of Duty 4 as well as 10 multiplayer maps. And altogether, it is $79.99 over here in the States. And people aren't really thrilled about paying $80 just to get their hands on the remake, because obviously, as what Coupon just said, nobody wants Infinite Warfare. So
Right.
that's a thing that's going on right now.
R.I.P. COD.
Oh.
R.I.P. COD. So with that, that's just sad. But go ahead, this game.
I don't. It's not. Call of Duty it has its audience.
Right.
So they can dislike they may have made a statement with a lot of the dislikes on the video or whatever,
True.
but the same ones that's probably disliking are still going to go out and buy the game in November. So until the sales fall, I won't believe it.
Right.
So it is what it is. I think Call of Duty is for there's a niche audience of fans for that, and then there are fans and stuff for Battlefield. So.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say R.I.P. COD. COD ain't,
it ain't going nowhere.
It ain't even that any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, it ain't.
It's not even that deep. So, they need to be realistic.
For every thousand dislikes, there's 1,000. I mean, every million dislikes, there's a million more that's probably going to purchase this game.
Right.
So.
Granted, nobody wants Infinite,
Warfare, but
really wants that. They want Call of Duty 4 remastered, and they won't sell it, standalone.
Yeah.
Yet. But
yes.
I believe it's going to
later down the road. So I would wait. If you really want it and you can hold off, you waited this long, you might as well wait more. But here's another way to get around it if you want. Find someone who actually wants Infinite Warfare but don't want the other one, and tell them to give them $20 or something and get the code for it. There you go. Done deal.
That's true.
I honestly don't see what the big deal is. But
I mean,
that's just me. It's like,
I understand both sides, but I don't care. I don't plan on getting the game myself. But I do have Activision does have a response to the dislike and whatever going on. So I'm going to just go ahead and read their response real quick, and we can call this RIP COD or something. But so the CEO has this to say about that. So first of all, you got to love the passion of gamers. This is an industry like no other. And a fan base like no other, and we love that our fans treat this franchise like it's their own and have such strong points of view about it. There just aren't many entertainment franchises on the earth that can generate the kind of passion that Call of Duty can, and that's a good thing. Secondly, of course, we know that there are people in our community who are nostalgic for the boots on the ground style gameplay, and that's why we made Modern Warfare Remastered. But we also have millions of people in our community who want to have new innovative experiences in the game each year, and Infinite Warfare is going to deliver that. And the good news is this year we found a way to deliver both in one package while keeping our community together.
I agree with that.
Like, it makes sense. And while, of course, we see the passionate opinions online, we also look at other measurements. And the fact is, while it's very early, pre-orders are off to a very strong start. Views of the reveal trailer that you refer to are up, and in fact, the number of likes per view on the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer are also the highest we've ever seen. We've seen this in the franchise before. The reveal trailer of Black Ops 2, which took the franchise into the future for the first time, had the most dislikes of any reveal trailer we had ever made at the time, and that, of course, went on to become our most successful game ever. And right now, the franchise has never been stronger. We have more people playing Black Ops 3, a game that takes place in the future with boost jumps and fictitious weapons and all the rest, than any game in our history. So what we know for sure is that if we always just did what worked in the past and never took any creative risks, we wouldn't have a franchise. The day to worry is the day we stop trying new things. And done.
I agree with that.
Well, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah, like people get so mad at Call of Duty because they say that they don't try anything new, and then they do something that's kind of new-ish, at least for Call of Duty, and then, they complain. So it's like, I mean, it makes sense to me. But then again, I'm not a big Call of Duty fan, so I don't know if I'm the one to make that judgment call, but
you're a gamer, so I mean, even though you might not necessarily play it or whatever, but it just makes sense. They got something that appeals to everybody. So.
Exactly. It makes sense to me. Like they could have very well charged $60 for both of these games, but they chose to have a 2-for-1 for $80. That's like $40 a game. Like
Yeah.
I don't really see the big deal, to be honest. I don't think they're screwing over anybody, but
Right.
I think if they wanted to, they could screw you, and it could have been $100 or $80. Well, not $80, like $120, 60 for both, but they didn't do that. So,
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can choose to buy it or not. I'm not buying it. That's just my personal thing. I'm not buying it.
Right. And bottom line, we know that the remaster for Modern Warfare will be out later, probably at a cheaper price. So
of course.
If you've been waiting this long, you can wait a little longer. And if you have to get it, obviously you're gonna go get it and return the Infinite Warfare back to the store and keep the download code. But just understand that I'm pretty sure the download code will be inside the package and all that stuff. So it is what it is. It doesn't matter.
I almost feel like that the Call of Duty 4 is going to be on the actual disc and you can't trade it in. I almost feel like
that would be a little cheap.
If that happens, then I'm like, all right, y'all tripping.
Yeah, that would be a little cheap, but I think...
Well, I wouldn't say they wouldn't do it. They probably would.
Yeah, they probably were thinking that. They were probably thinking, well, most people are going to buy the game to get the, code to whatchamajigger and whatnot, so who knows? We'll see. But, so, about Battlefield... considering they were talking about it, has anybody seen the Battlefield 1 trailer by any chance?
Oh, yeah.
I saw it, yeah.
It looks interesting. Even though I have yet to play a single Battlefield ever, this one seems to be going back to the, boots on the ground, war type, spectrum. So what is your take on the video? Do you plan on getting the game, maybe, Miss Nia?
I've never actually played a Battlefield either, but I guess if I see more information, this is just going off an initial trailer. I think it looks great. But if we find more information out about Battlefield 1 and it looks like a legit game, I could see myself playing this. I mean, I'm not like a super big fan of shooters, especially war shooters. They just never really appealed to me. Like, I'm more of like a Halo type of girl. I like Borderlands. Like, I like shooters that have some kind of a quirky setting. Or
personality to it and stuff. Okay,
or sci-fi, because sci-fi could pretty much go any way. It's so vast. Like, there's so much you can do in space. Even though I think Call of Duty in space sounds a little ridiculous. But as far as, like, stuff like Halo, there's so much you can do. There's no set weapon type. You can create whatever you want in space, right? So that's why I kind of like stuff like that. And, of course, stuff like Borderlands. And, we just played the Overwatch beta, which we will talk about later. Those are the kind of shooters that I like. As far as Battlefield 1, the actual trailer itself, when people... I think there was rumors saying that there was going to be a World War One based Battlefield. I think I heard some murmurs about it some time ago.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it. It looks World War One-ish.
Yeah, that's the setting. And so, in my head, I was like, I really don't care about World War. Like, I don't care about World War 1 or 2, okay? I just don't. Like, I'm over that setting.
The old world war thing.
Just over, like, the hyper realistic like war settings. Like, I'm just over it. But actually seeing this trailer for myself, whenever the trailer was finally unleashed or whatever, I was like, you know what, I might have to give this a second look. Like, that actually looks really dope. And for it to be a standard quote unquote war shooter, the art style I noticed in this game in particular is very vivid and very lively. And that appeals to me. It doesn't look like what I thought it would look like in my head. And so that is one thing that kind of made me think like, maybe I should give this a little bit more, thought whenever they start releasing more, maybe they release some more gameplay trailers or some demos and things like that over time. And we're definitely probably going to see some more. Well, I'm almost certain we're going to see some more at E3. So I guess I can kind of shape my opinion a little bit more as we get more information, and maybe this will be my first entry into the Battlefield series. We'll see.
Oh, that's cool.
What's your thoughts on that, Miss K? You plan on getting it?
I'm liking it because it's boots on the ground for real, for real.
Yeah.
You know?
Suited and booted.
You ain't got to have vertigo and shit when you play a damn shooter.
Oh damn, there we go.
I don't mind
vertigo.
having, because that's just what Advanced Warfare was, not saying it was the worst game ever, but it's just too much jumping for me, but
Gotcha.
yeah, I'm down with that because I'll probably get it on both consoles, so I won't miss none of my friends on either one. So
Yeah,
That's what's
that's
up.
what's up.
yeah,
Yeah,
just some military style,
get back to the military.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've never.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut.
No,
you
you're good.
off.
Go ahead.
My thing with World War One though was like, what are the weapon types gonna be? Because were there automatic weapons in World War One? That's what I'm thinking. Like, are you gonna be like firing like the?
I think they're gonna go back, but they're gonna have some kind of Deus Ex type.
It ain't gonna go totally retro.
It's still gonna have a little bit of futuristic stuff. I think because it's a video game, they're not gonna stick to the realistic format. They'll probably have weapons that are kind of automatic to a sense or something like that, but still stay true to. But for me, like the game itself, like seeing the trailer, it looks exciting, it's interesting, but there's no gameplay, so I can't make a decision right now. But being that it is back in, it's back on war times and all that stuff, it looks interesting. It looks like, I don't know, it would be nice if they had some like dog fights and stuff, as far as I can see, because they got all those.
Damn!
Those fighter planes.
I would totally dig that. So I don't know.
Those two-seater fighter planes.
Yes.
That would be dope if they do some dog fights. I would be on board for that. So,
got me so hyped for something we don't even know it's in the game yet.
I know,
so hyped though.
I believe it's gonna be good.
And then they had horses, so we might have horse fights. Who knows? I saw horses on stuff. I'm like, hey, what? Yo, okay, sure.
But did you notice in the beginning of the video they brought me back to Desert Storm, even though I know it's not that. Did you see the sand? I was like, oh my God, y'all really trying to throw a little Desert Storm in
the desert? They got horses.
Yeah.
They got
I was like, okay.
all that stuff. They had a blimp in there somewhere. I was like, okay, all right, so we gonna be shooting at blimps now too?
Yeah.
Yo,
I mean, the trailer does have a lot of imagination in it, but at the same time, I'm excited because the trailer showed a lot of information as far as what might be in the game, but we don't know for sure. So until we see some actual gameplay, get some more information, then that's when I'll make my decision. But for now, it's nice to speculate and think and be all excited. It's cool. It's whatever.
And that's the reason why I say like this trailer opened me up to some possibilities that I didn't even think about. Because when you think World War One, you think, okay, everything is just like dark and gloomy. It's like whatever, But like it's like aesthetically and like all of the aspects of World War One, like they brought to my memory some things that I forgot even happened from reading things in history class and stuff like that. So Battlefield 1 might be legit. Hopefully it ain't broken. Because
that is another question.
They did say they were working on. They wanted the launch of it. I was reading somewhere, I think yesterday, an article. They said they wanted the launch to go off without without any hiccups. So they're very much aware.
Okay, well that is good to hear. So
think about Battlefront. Battlefront launched good.
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh yeah, it launches like that, we good.
I like hearing that. I like when they are very particular about the launch.
They're very meticulous about it. So I was glad to hear that. I said, okay, because if it's like Battlefield 4 was, no.
Yeah,
that would kill it.
Yeah.
I heard Battlefield 4 was like broken to pieces when
it was horrific. I took it back. I had bought it and I hadn't even opened it. I took it back and I picked it up maybe months later.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
But did they eventually fix it though?
Yeah, it's a dope game.
Oh, okay, good.
It's a dope game. Yeah, I have it on the PS4 and the Xbox One. So yeah,
that's awesome.
It's good if I got it on both consoles.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That is what's up. Alrighty then. So I guess we're all talked out of that topic. I just kind of wanted to give some a shout out to an Indiegogo that I recently saw. Shout out to Red Infamy again. I saw this on your
Red Infamy is the realest.
I saw this on your YouTube channel, your not YouTube, but Facebook. And I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to the Rosarium Publishing. I'm just going to read a little bit of what they're about just to kind of give people a heads up. And I also posted a link to their Indiegogo if you want to support them and help them out. So anyway, Rosarium Publishing was started in 2013 with one goal: to bring true diversity to publishing so that books and comics we enjoy actually reflect the fascinating multicultural world we truly live in today. We publish science fiction, crime, steampunk, satire, comics, and represent over 40 artists and writers from all over the world. With the success of this campaign, we will be able to bring thousands of books and continue our mission to further our quest for diversity in publishing with the high quality of work you deserve. With the help of some amazingly talented artists and writers, as well as many of you out there through Indiegogo, social media, and word of mouth, we've been able to produce quality work and many critically acclaimed projects, such as Mothership, Stories for Chip, The Sea is Ours, APB, and many more. Many of our projects have entered high school and college classrooms across the country. We've been mentioned, reviewed, and featured in Publishers Weekly, Chicago Tribune, Library Journal, Locust, Boston Globe, Washington Post, countless websites and blogs, and the New York Times, and projects such as the comic Day Black, the crime novel Making Wolf have won literary awards. We've been able to accomplish all this through hard work, your support, and print on demand. So essentially, they've been doing quite a lot of good things out there. They got a lot of accolades, apparently, and I just really saw this, and I was like, wow, this is cool. And it's like a whole bunch of like different things you can get for contributing to them, and all the different people who are involved with this work. It just, like, there's a big list of staff here that I was looking at, and I just wanted to give them a shout out and try to get a little bit more information out there. So yeah, like I said, the link is listed below if you want to help fund them and help get them get the word out, whatever. Do your part. And so I just thought I'd go ahead and shout that out. So again, shout out to Red Infamy, shout out to Rosarium Publishing. This is an awesome idea. Definitely gonna help them out. So, you know, just thought I'd let you guys in on that. So that was pretty cool. I thought they're pretty awesome. I like that. More diversity in comics and books and stuff. They got a lot of interesting books here, so I have to check out their website too. Yeah. Hey, this is awesome. So I just want to give that a shout out. And I have another shout out, which isn't really a shout out, but it's a movie that I watched recently, not too long ago, and I found it kind of quirky and interesting that it's now getting its own Netflix series. So Dear White People will be getting its Netflix series. I'm going to read a little excerpt here on what the show is about and all that good stuff. So, set among a diverse group of students of color as they navigate a predominantly white Ivy League college where racial tensions are often swept under the rug, Dear White People is a send-up of post-racial America that also weaves a universal story about forging one's own unique path. The series will be written by Simeon, who will also direct the first episode. Devin Shepard, Stephanie Allen Bray, and Julia LeBeaver or something like that. I'm sorry if I screwed her name up. Serves as executive producers. The original film first gained traction in 2012 with a concept trailer underwritten by director Simeon Tax Refund. But oh dang, this person used their tax refund to make that movie. Cool.
Oh, wow. Snap.
That is interesting. So by 2014, the crowdfunded movie made a splash at film festivals, earning the U.S. Dramatic Special Jury Award for breaking through talent at the 2014 Sundance Film Festival. Justin is a gifted storyteller whose bold, unique vision is perfectly suited to Netflix, said Cindy Holland, Vice President of Original Content at Netflix. His original film, Dear White People, announced the arrival of a fresh, creative voice that had everyone talking, and were excited to have Justin create this new series for our members worldwide. We're proud to expand our partnership with our friends at Netflix on a comedy that tackles racial themes with a combination of intelligence, honesty, reverence, and wit, said Chris Selleck, the executive vice president. Our original film with roadside attractions capitalized Dear White People into the national conversation about race, and Justin and the rest of the creative team have an opportunity to expand this world and bring its timely and universal themes to a global television audience. So yes, like, this is one of my top favorite movies because it was just, it was just it was like kind of like it reminded me a little bit of A Different World, but kind of flipped from a different side.
Yeah.
And the main girl reminded me of Lisa Bonet. Obviously, you know, she's always on this radio show, and she just, dear white people, why such and such and such. So, you know, just satire. And then there's always the back and forth between, you know, different diverse groups, just kind of stereotypes and stuff. And then you got a group of the black kids just like, really? Like, that's not who we are. Like, stop. So it's a lot of satire. It's meant to be fun and enjoyable, and to kind of address those diverse themes that people feel uncomfortable about. So don't, you know, if you decide to go see the movie, don't go into it thinking it's just, you know, racial and all that stuff. It brings
it's not.
It's just it's really funny. It really makes fun of itself, both black, white, orange, green, blue. It makes fun of everyone. Yeah. And that's what I loved about it. It brings everyone into the light to see your stereotypes, and to be like, you know, and to actually question and be like, hey, I do kind of do things like that, or I do see stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe I could reevaluate myself. So getting a TV show, awesome. Glad it's going to be on Netflix.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that would be pretty cool. I enjoyed the movie. The most interesting thing that I thought about the movie is, even though it was supposed to be like a satire, there was like some kind of real, like, legit stuff. Like after all the satire, I guess I'll spoil the movie, whatever. It's an old movie. If you haven't seen it by now, I apologize. But like towards the end of the movie, we find out that the main character is actually biracial, and I think her daddy is white, and like she is trying to come to terms with her own identity, being a biracial person, on basically which side does she choose. Like, do I choose my white side? Do I choose my black side? But at the end of the day, she just becomes like herself. So it was just like a really eye-opening thing. It just kind of shows like just some real stuff that affects us in America when it comes down to this quote unquote post-racial society. It's really interesting. I liked it a lot. And I think a lot of the interesting points for me too was like the cinematography. It was supposed to be filmed like a documentary, kind of, you know? So it's like that kind of like worked well with the satire and stuff like that. So I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a pretty cool movie.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I just want to give that a shout out because that was a really good movie or whatnot. The young gentleman in the comments section, I just wanted to address something real quick. First of all, those are your thoughts, and I respect that. That's fine. But for you to feel the way you feel, that's just something you're going to have to deal with. I can't help you with that. If you see us in that format, that is your problem, not mine. I never said anything of the sort, so I would appreciate it if you chill. Anyway, moving on. So I just thought I'd say that. So anyway, moving on, we're gonna we're gonna talk about Overwatch beta.
Yay!
So, move on to bigger and better things.
Come on, lady.
Oh, look at who's here, Miss Lynn.
Yay, Lynn!
What up, Lynn?
Say hello,
I'm so
Lynn.
mad that Lynn missed the Rosarium thing because that is so up her alley.
What's up, Camo? How y'all doing?
What up, Lynn?
How you doing?
Pretty good. God, Miss K.
I can't hear.
Oh my
Porky
goodness.
Pig.
Oh my God, you a mess.
Oh my God.
Allergies. Oh my God.
I know.
Allergies and a cold on top of that.
Blame it on the allergies. So
We got
sure.
some sickly babies in the Set It Off group, I tell you.
Don't give
Like
it to me.
every other week.
I don't know.
Sick all day, every day. Poor babies. So, Miss Lynn, welcome aboard. Appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
She took a book out of my page with the whole late as hell.
I had to pull a coupon. I had to
Pull the
pull a
coupon. She
Fashionably
came fashionably late. But we're about to talk about Overwatch beta. So, what? Who's going?
We can't gong. We can't gong.
Overwatch.
Bad gone.
Come
He's so
on.
bad gone.
How am I supposed to know? He's gone for horrible things.
Oh, Lord, Dave. Those are good
So,
guys.
has everybody got a chance to actually play the Overwatch beta?
Did I? Oh, yeah.
I know I've played with most of you guys, and so I'm gonna let everybody else talk first because I'm probably gonna be the one that talks about. So, Miss K, how was your experience with Overwatch beta?
Oh my God, my experience was good. It was good on the PS4 and it was good on the Xbox One. There is no difference between the game. I want people to know that. It plays well on both games. It looks good on both games.
Yeah, I saw
It's
your
a game
video
that
about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be one. I might not get it day one, but I will pick it up.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's colorful, quirky. I mean, everybody's a superhero is what I like. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has their special powers, and you have to hone in on the one that you. I actually like. What's his name? Bastion. I like him. He's probably my favorite.
Oh no, you one of them? Come
Yeah,
on,
I'm one of them.
Come on, Miss K. No.
He's got the 50 cal. I'm sorry,
on,
and that
man.
50 cal gonna lay everybody down. So that's the one I like.
Man.
Yeah, I like him.
I hate Bastion. Oh my God.
What's his Oh God, it's another one that looks like I forgot his name.
What's he look like?
He's kind of he looks kind of like the Joker in a way.
Oh, Junkrat.
I like Junkrat too.
Yeah, he's freaky. He's a little funny.
Yeah, he's a little funny, but I was like, you never know what he's gonna do. So the beta was dope. It was dope. You know,
it was.
Whoever didn't play it, hey, they should have tried it. You know,
low key, I think Junkrat sounds like sounds like the Joker. I think they might have had his actual voice actor. I might look
that's the kind of vibe I got from him. I was like, yeah.
He low key sounded like Mark Hamill on there. I was like, wait a minute,
yes, he did.
What's going on? But hey,
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it on both consoles, so it's something that that I will pick up. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. So, Miss Lynn, did you happen to get a chance to play it by any chance?
What, the Overwatch beta?
Yeah, did you play it?
We played together.
I know, I'm just asking.
Who knows that, but everybody listening
Everybody else don't know that. But yeah, so what was your impression of the game?
I love it. You know what? And that is one game that I actually did not mind playing with random people, and I always have an issue playing with random.
Right. I enjoyed it.
I did not have an issue at all playing with randoms. It was cool.
Who's your favorite character, or of your favorite characters?
I like Soldier 76.
That's my homie.
I knew it. She was wrecking shit with him.
That is
Soldier 76 is pretty dope.
That's
and you know what's funny about him? Despite the fact that he's meant to be generic as hell, your generic soldier, runs fast, and throws down a healing pack, and then shoots people and has a visor to shoot mofos even better. That's it. That's all he's about. He's just your soldier boy, and I like the fact that he's simple. And Blizzard made him simple, but he still has character in his simplicity.
Yeah, he does. He
still has character and simplicity, and the banter between all the characters when you first pick them, and they're like in the little holding cell, waiting to go out, and they're talking to each other and shit. You got, I think it was Lucio and Diva. Lucio will be like, "Hey, Diva in the flesh," and then Diva will be like, "Oh," he'll be like, "Can I get your autograph?" And then she'll be like, "Oh, let me get yours. I just heard your last song or whatever." It's just like, wow, it's awesome that they have the banter going between all the characters and stuff. So, Mia.
Yes?
How did you like Overwatch beta? What was your take?
I liked Overwatch. I thought it was pretty good. I am privy to Reaper and McQueen. I know I can't talk about Miss K and Bastion and I like Reaper, right? But,
it's low key. They are literally. It's already been said that they're going to nerf him. So
I believe
Reaper,
it.
Yeah, they're gonna nerf him.
Nerfed.
Wow.
They're nerfing him. They say apparently Blizzard has been getting information that everybody says he was the most overpowered. I'm like, no, probably Bastion, but okay. But
Bastion is OP. Every time they do the playback of who had the play of the game,
it was always him with the turret.
I like that.
But
they don't need to nerf Bastion. That's my favorite shoot.
Nah, they need to nerf. They're not gonna, because they said Genji is the Bastion killer. I'm like, but if people don't know how to use them, kind of pointless.
Yeah, you don't know how to use Genji.
You can't use Genji. You ain't getting no Bastion no time today or tomorrow. So it is what it is. But yeah, they're nerfing your Reaper. So tell us what you like about them.
What I like about Reaper?
Yes.
Die.
Cliche edginess, obviously.
Like, He
cute.
is so cliche, edgy,
so
it hurts. Oh my god! And
It's
of
a way
course,
to
I
hype
love
you up.
McCree because I'm texting
Like,
and
he'll
we're
come
like
out and be
programmed
like,
to like
what are you
cowboys.
looking at? Yeah, he's like, comes down and be like, what are you looking at? Dude, calm down. You're just the Reaper.
You're just the Reaper. Calm down.
I love cutting him off when he's in the middle. Die, clink. Die what?
No, you die.
No, you die. Yeah. So.
But yeah,
And then,
I enjoyed the game a great deal. Probably not as much as Coupon though, because Coupon.
well, I downloaded it on
I heard she
both.
was going in on it.
I downloaded on both,
was
managed to
funny.
get my portrait mode on both, and managed to unlock the same, what do you call it? The play of the game clip for Lucio, because that was my homie. That was probably my favorite character, until I felt like, I don't know, I think they nerfed May, because I was playing with May, killing teams all across the board, and one day I turned on the game, went and picked up May, and she can't freeze not a freaking fleet.
Wow.
Like, I don't know, maybe I just suck. I don't know. I don't really care if I do suck, because I know I do. I sucked at the game horribly. I really did, but I enjoyed it. It's one of those games where you can kind of slide in as a beginner for FPSs.
And learn your way.
Yeah, they give you a trainings course. They allow you to play with real people against AIs, which I thought that was fabulous, because skip me playing with real people. They're unpredictable as hoo-ha. So I went out there to go and try and play with real people and got my ass handed to me, should I say. And so I left, and I went back to the computers, because skip that. But it's all fun and games. The game, I love the attention to the what do you call it? The stages. They really put a lot into the stage. I don't think I disliked any of the stages, to be honest. Like, I don't have a favorite stage, but I don't dislike any of them. They all have their own personality. They fit with all the heroes perfectly. Each of the heroes had their own various personalities, and like I said, when you pick them, they all talk to each other while you're waiting to go out, and I thought that was fabulous. When you're healing someone, they'll be like, thanks, and, they speak to each other throughout the gameplay, despite the fact that you can also have them speak. You can also say hello to your, the players that you're playing with and all that stuff. So my favorite, like I said, used to be May, but I think they nerfed her recently, and then it went to Lucio. But all-time favorite is Soldier 76, because he's so dang on generic. It just is what it is. I just like that he's straightforward. He's easy to pick up and use. And I eventually got around to playing Tracer, and she's not bad.
No.
She's not bad. It took me a while because I definitely sucked at her, but she's not bad. I think I think they did a good job with the whole aspect of the game itself.
Right.
I just enjoyed it so much, and I managed to play with everybody, Xbox and PlayStation. I'm probably gonna get it day one for the Xbox, and then later on down the road, I'll probably get it for PlayStation. So, any and everyone, you're more than welcome to join me. I don't have a problem. I'm not gonna shun you. Just as long as we keep it cool, we play games, and that's all it's about. I'm good with it. So, yeah, fun times.
Cool.
Lots of fun times. You'll see a lot of gameplay, obviously.
Oh yeah, lots.
Fun,
Yeah.
So
It was a great game.
I don't think that I'm gonna be getting it at launch though. I think I'm.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, just whatever. That's cool.
It's because for me, it's like it's surprising that even though I'm gonna get it probably day one, the fact that I don't really have to play with my friends to enjoy it is a plus for me.
Yeah, that's good.
I enjoyed that about the game, that you really don't have to have your friends on there and to still have fun, because I played it, and immediately when I jumped on, I was just like, oh my god, so much fun. And then I was like, well, I want to share it with others, so that's when I started contacting everybody, like, hey, y'all playing this game? Like, quit snoring. You need to try it. So that's why I was like slapping everybody in the face with, Psh, hey, you want to play? Psh, hey, kind of like waking folks up. So I was excited to see all the gameplay, that everybody was very excited, and and they were getting the word out. So I think this game will do well. And being that it's Blizzard, obviously it's going to be an esports type of thing going on with it. They already stated that. So hopefully we get more. I would like to see more stages and more heroes later down the road, possibly. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but I do.
It will, because I mean
it's
only
Blizzard.
An online game. Like if it's online only, and then it's Blizzard, so like there's a good chance they're going to have some kind of updates.
Right.
Yeah.
So my only thing, though, I do have to bring this to everybody's awareness is that on the PC it's gonna be $40, and on consoles it's $60. So
Wow.
I don't understand what that hubbub is all
Is
about.
that Steam or?
Huh?
Wow.
Is it Steam or is that just gonna be like a third party retailer?
I'm not sure. I gotta check that out. But
Yeah.
all I've heard is PC is gonna get it for 40. So it's like kind of like, why am I getting it on the consoles if I can get it cheaper on the PC? But hey,
Check
it's
that out.
I'm gonna look into that more. But it's honestly, it plays well on both systems. Like I've played it on both of them. There's like very slight little differences. Nothing worth screaming about at all. So for the back and forth that I've seen, like over the recent time, people, it's better on Xbox. It's not better on either one. Right. If you want to get down to a PC, it has it better. Period. Because it's just the better hardware. But other than that, it plays fluidly on PlayStation, fluidly on Xbox. Sit it the fuck down. Stop. So that's all I have to say about that.
I hope Blizzard puts in more teleports.
Oh yeah.
More, and I hope they speed up the like when you respawn. You don't have to
the respawn was a little too slow.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, I need to get back in the game.
Like quickly, yeah.
Like now, because things are going haywire. I think it was like a 10-second cooldown, or was it 5 seconds? I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, on Blizzard's website, it doesn't have the game is cheaper, so it's probably some third-party retailer like CD Keys or something.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I was wrong. I lied. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, good, awesome. All right, then that's that. So, anybody else?
Well, I hope they don't have any hidden fees coming down the road, because I heard rumors that it's supposed to be some kind of pay thing.
Well, they were gonna make it pay. They were gonna make it free to play, so that way you would have to pay for some. There's some other stuff that they were gonna have where you would pay for, but they were gonna make it free to play. But then they decided to make it not. So I didn't get all the details on that, but I don't know. I just hope if they do bring more down the line, I hope they're reasonable. If they decide to put price tags on it, they be reasonable about it.
Yeah.
If at all. Or make it unlockable or something like that, where you play or do certain type of something to unlock the character or whatever, if it's something like that. Because if you already paid for the game and they decide to update the game, and then you see a new character in the game, but you can't touch them because you didn't do this, but they're there, that would be fine. But I mean, I understand if you have if certain people don't want to go through that and they just want to pay the money to get the character, that's fine. But make it optional, I guess, for people who aren't inclined to pay more. So I don't know. Paying more in this game could kill it if they do something like that. So I don't know. It just depends on what Blizzard plans on doing. But so far, they got a solid game. They got 21 heroes. Each and every one of them have their own personalities, their own weapons that are different from the others. They're powerful on their own different terms. Like, they're very well balanced. They're still tweaking things, so there's still some areas that they can tweak stuff up. But the game, for the most part, being that it was a beta, it was solid. It didn't take long to get into matches. While you're waiting to get in matches, you can do skirmish mode, or you can turn off skirmish and just kind of browse around.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then I noticed also that they had this option where it's they have weekly battles, where I guess they switch up things from week to week. And unfortunately for this week, it had something to do with like you go in and you play random heroes. So you'll go into the game and you'll pick a hero, but that won't be the hero you'll be with. So I like that idea that they have something you can play from week to week that's fairly different. So we'll see how things go. I mean, it's Blizzard. They're known for adding to their games and making them more fun and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Longevity is the key here.
Yeah,
truly.
I think it's gonna be one of those, because I mean, Blizzard's all about that, trying to make sure that they make a game that people continue to play.
Yeah.
So I don't have any doubt in my mind that Overwatch is gonna have like some additional packs and expansions and things like that to kind of continue the longevity of the game. So that'll be interesting to see. So
alrighty, anybody else would like to gush before we let somebody flip the hell out over something called Captain America Civil War?
Oh my god.
Too late. Go ahead.
She's talking about me. Oh my god.
Oh yes. So So we bring to the table, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Miss Nia here. She wants to talk about Captain America Civil War because she got to see it. Understand, she has been told not to spoil a dang old thing, or I will put some duct tape over her mouth and tie her up and throw her in the back of the car. So we will hand over the floor to her so she can gush about Captain America and nobody else because it's all about him apparently. But before we give her the stage, T'Challa, y'all. T'Challa. Go ahead, Miss Nia.
I mean, he's fine too, but okay. So, listen.
Go ahead.
Hold up. All right.
No spoilers.
Let me keep my composure, okay?
Lies.
Because I saw Captain America, like Coupon said, on Sunday, and it was so good. Oh my God, I have been gushing about Captain America, the character. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're going to talk about the movie, okay? So, spoiler-free version of the movie and things that you guys could probably gather from the trailers leading up to this point. So basically, Captain America Civil War picks up after the events of Age of Ultron, the last Avengers movie, and so some of y'all probably haven't seen it, so I won't go into Age of Ultron too much. But basically, there was a lot of things that happened in Age of Ultron.
You can talk about Age of Ultron. They ain't seen it now. It's too late.
You know what? You're right. That movie came out in what, 2014? Okay,
yeah,
so anyway,
too late.
In Age of Ultron, you know, when they were fighting Ultron in the final battle, they destroyed like an entire city because the goal was to save the people in the city, but instead they just, you know, they got as many people, of course, as they could out of it, but the entire city was destroyed. But even though they saved a ton of people, there were some casualties, unfortunately. So in Captain America Civil War, it picks up after that, and basically it's a situation where the government is getting involved, and the Avengers are trying to decide within themselves if whether or not if it still makes sense for them to be a private organization versus becoming a government organization that will answer to the United Nations and stuff like that. And so, of course, you know, because this is like a really big decision, there's some infighting there, and that kind of, you know, is like the main plot point. And so, you know, everything is kind of revolving around that. And there was a lot of characters in this movie, even though it's a Captain America movie. It felt like the Avengers like 1.5. You know, like everybody and their mama is in this movie, even though it's about my husband. But anyway, so we got we got some newcomers, of course, that came into the fight, which of course you guys know are Black Panther with his fine self. So his introductory story was also in Civil War because, you know, his homeland, you know, played like a pivotal point in that too. And also Spider-Man. Spider-Man was so freaking cute. Oh my God, he is adorable. Like, they really drove home the point that this is like the young version of Spider-Man before he knows like what to do. Like, he's just kind of coming into his own and like realizing his powers and things like that. So he was adorable. I love the actor who played him. He was funny, and his little like awkward, quirky like dialogue is just it's freaking cute, right? And so we also had Scarlet Witch, who we saw in Age of Ultron, and she's learning more about her powers as well. Home Chick is a beast. Like, we have not seen Home Chick's full abilities yet, but I don't want to go too deep into that. She's a beast, though. I'll tell you that. And everything was just so good, so cohesive. And the bromance between Bucky and Cap is freaking cute. I'm sorry, I love it. They're just adorable. Like, they're like the best of friends, and they're cute, right? So, of course, me being the fangirl that I am, I'm fanning myself through the whole movie because Chris Evans is fine. That man is he's fine. He's fine. And there was like some fan service moments in the movie that my basement is still a little flooded about, but we're not gonna talk about that. Just know that is one fine piece of man, okay? He is a specimen to behold, and I love him every time he's on screen. And the moment that we have a Captain America who is not Chris Evans will be a very sad day for me. Anyway, long story short, Captain America Civil War is dope. If you got some change, go see it. And Chris Evans is still my husband, and that's that. I'm done.
Right. Double crickets.
So, and I haven't read the comics revolving around Civil War, but apparently there's a lot of occasions in the movie that do ring true to the comics. So based on some things that I've heard from people who have read the comics, they kind of talk about how they were kind of on point with some stuff. So that's good stuff. If you're one of those kind of people who's really anal about things being canon, then you might be satisfied with Civil War. So there you go. That is my non-spoiler version of Captain America Civil War.
Yay! She didn't spoil anything, guys.
I did not spoil it.
So Lynn, did you manage to actually watch it at all?
No.
No. Okay, so we didn't watch it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
All right. Unfortunately. I plan on actually taking a gander at it. I mean, I know little bits and pieces. I've seen some non-spoiler reviews, so I'm excited to see it. Nothing has been spoiled for me, and even if you tell me half the story, I still need to see it in order for it to be spoiled. So that's just the type of person I am. So, yay. So that kind of brings us to the end of this podcast, actually, which I told y'all wasn't going to be very long. So is there any other topics you ladies have that you would like to kind of go over real quick before we slide up out of here? I apologize, it's so short today, y'all.
No, I don't really think much has been happening.
Been really happening.
It's been really low key in gaming.
Yeah, it really has. So, alright, well, we're just gonna go ahead and call this thing done. Put a fork in me. So, I appreciate you coming in, Miss Lynn. Miss K had to bounce. She had some things to take care of, so shout out to her. I don't know how she does her closing, so I'm not even gonna screw that up. I'm not even gonna do that. So go ahead and shout yourself out, Miss Lynn. Let us know what you're doing on your channel that everybody can look forward to.
Well, thank you again, Coupon, for having us this week. I do apologize for being late.
No problem.
But better late than never. But yeah, I'm Lynn, to those of you who may not know, which I'm sure that's about everybody, aka iPod 1 reviewer here on YouTube. I have a lot of things on my channel. There's gaming videos, there's unboxings, there's how-tos, there's reviews, there's like all different types, podcasting, a little bit of a lot of different things that, dealing with gaming, gadgets, technology, anything of that nature. So there's also interviews, so be sure to check it out if you so choose, and if you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Yes,
thanks for kindly.
Yes. Like, there's some stuff that I'm just like, yo, that is hot. Lynn is the reason why I have my current tablet, and I love it, and I've been reading like comics on it like a mug. Like, I love my little tablet. Like, every time before I'm going to sleep, you know what I'm saying, I read my comics and stuff. I'm like, yo, my homegirl Lynn put me on, boy. She didn't know what was up.
I'm glad you liked it.
That's what's up. All right, Miss Nia, go ahead and shout yourself out. Let us know what you're doing on your channel.
What is up, everybody? It's your girl, Nia, TheVideoGamHer. You guys already know, if you're watching this podcast on my channel, I've pretty much been doing a lot of streaming, whatever games I'm playing at the moment, which is kind of sporadic. I ain't even gonna lie. And then, of course, we have, my podcast that I'm in, like the Set It Off cast and the Team Red Talks Nintendo. And I'm trying to get on my commentary game, trying to get back into that. And bring you guys what you sub for. You guys sub for commentary, so I'm gonna get back into it. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I'm doing. So thanks, Coupon, again for having me on another episode of
Not a problem.
It's always a pleasure. So
yeah, boy.
All right, let me do Miss K.
Okay, go.
What's up, guys? This your girl, Miss K. Be sure to check me out on 219GaryIND here on YouTube. And if you're interested, be sure to follow Soldiers That Game on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter is SOLDIER
Yes.
THPGAME. And for all your positive gaming needs, hit us up on Facebook at Soldiers That Game.
That is so her. Yes.
That was so perfect.
Yes. Like the way that she spells it out. Yes. Yes. Shout out to
All
Miss K.
right. Shout out to Miss K and shout out to Lynn for doing the damn thing. Okay, on my channel. Jeez. If I get off my lazy butt, apparently I will be also going back to some commentary because I think it's time that I start speaking up on some things. I have controversies that I need to address. So guess what's coming back? Public service announcement.
Oh,
But
damn.
they will be called Diva service announcements because the diva needs to speak, and I got some things to say. And if you don't like, you're not gonna like it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I might cuss. It's gonna be straight up what the hell I need to say. You don't like it? You know where the sub button is. Unsub and move the hell on. At any rate, I'm also got, usual gameplay. Overwatch is over, so I'm just getting rid of my channel. Just get rid of it. I can't. There's no Overwatch.
What are you gonna do without Overwatch?
I really don't know how much we got. No, I'm just kidding. More streaming show be coming in the near future. I just started playing that Geometry Wars. That shit is fire. Got some awesome music on it, so I might stream some of that. Obviously, you got Team Red Talks and Set It Off and some other things coming down the line. So if you have suggestions, by all means, you're more than welcome to suggest some things you would like to see me do, because I have no problem with that. Just understand that I'll do what I am capable of doing. Other than that, I'm done here. So we're going to go ahead and bounce. Appreciate everyone for coming through. Please help support us. Like, subscribe, share to everybody's channel. Get the word out. Let them know. And don't worry, we're going to have more guests on the channel as well. We're working on that as we speak. We'll have people coming in and out. And so if you would like to be a guest, you're more than welcome to drop me a line on Facebook or Twitter or down below in the comment section, the little chat area, and let me know, hey, I would like to be, on Set It Off, and I will get to chit-chatting with you and probably bring you on. Sound good? Sound good.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to bounce, and thanks for coming through.
Peace.
Deuces.